Feeling buried in the never-ending to-do list that comes with running a business, managing orders, tracking expenses, it's a lot. That's where Amazon Business steps in. They've got smart buying solutions like Spend Visibility, a cloud-based system to track your buying patterns so you can optimize your savings, and bulk buying so you can continue to save costs on select products with quantity discounts. Smart, right? Let Amazon Business take care of the admin so you can focus on what really matters, growing your business. Check out Smart Business Buying at amazonbusiness.com.
A Business Prime membership is required to access Spend Visibility.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Upgrade the whole team at Lenovo.com. Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device. Win the tech search for business PCs at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Wasn't that delicious?
So good.
Your bill, ladies?
I got it.
No,
I got it. Seriously, I insist. I insisted first. Oh, don't be silly.
You don't be silly.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No!
The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Previously on Obscurum, Invasion of the Drones.
The items were in I guess what you would call kind of a mesh bag, and then there was a frozen mass in there. They were picked up in an area where drones had been seen traversing, back and forth.
So what do you really think is going on with all this?
I don't know, but the weirdest thing is people have seen strange lights in this area forever.
I know that one sheriff's office put out a notice saying they wanted to have people looking for such and such a vehicle. Within an hour, that whole thing had been reversed, and they said there's nothing to see here.
Do you feel like this drone was targeting you specifically?
Yes, absolutely.
I took this alien blow-up doll and I filled it full of air and put it out in front of my house with Christmas lights on it just so it sparkled, because everybody's driving around looking for these drones, and this big old, it lit up pretty good. So, but I wanted to take some helium and put in it and hang it in Dad's cornfield to let it up there about 100 feet in the air, but he said it'd get shot down, so.
What started out as a few eerie reports about unknown objects in the night sky was quickly sparking more coverage in local news outlets. To add speculation into what was behind the sightings, by the first full weekend of 2020, the mysterious aircraft were increasing in area and number. They'd now spread from northeast Colorado and southwest Nebraska into central Nebraska and parts of Kansas. I'd learned a few key things. Witnesses may have been victims of illegal activity. Strange aerial occurrences had happened in the region before. The flying objects had chased vehicles. And if drones were dropping anything, they weren't dropping track logs. None of the unknown craft had posed a direct threat to scheduled flights. But that was about to change when something nearly collided with a helicopter. Chapter 7, Game of Drones.
It was a routine medical call out east when a mission to save a life
almost ended in disaster.
And a drone just went right underneath us, probably about 100 feet.
It all happened within a couple of seconds. Flight for Life pilot Kirk Peebles.
It happens very, very fast.
Couldn't even see what type of drone it was.
They're not telling anybody who they are, where they're going, what they're doing.
When the sun sets, Peebles and the team rely on night vision goggles and each other.
I watched a video of the report, then worked to set up an interview with an FAA official. Coincidentally, while coordinating the time, I heard about a cluster of unexplained aircraft that was even more concerning. These were spotted near Denver International Airport, where planes constantly take off and land. After a few emails, I was put in touch with Commander Carl Smalley of the Adams County Sheriff's Department in Strasburg.
When you first started to hear about these things, what did you think was going on?
I didn't really know because we've had so many reports. There's definitely something there. On January 4th, one of our deputies, Deputy Bishop, received a call for service. He was able to see several strange lights in the area that appeared briefly stationary and then would move in various and random directions. He tried to count the number of objects with the same light pattern. He was guessing the elevation to be about 300 to 500 feet.
With his description of strange lights, Smalley was careful when giving information about the craft.
Were these things drones? He said, well, I couldn't tell for sure. Okay, yeah, I get that. I mean, what we got to do is just report the facts. You know, it's referred to them as objects with the same light pattern. While he was trying to count the objects, you know, it says that he heard a buzzing sound. And of course, it was a real windy night, so that's really odd that they would be out flying on a windy night. So they disappeared just as quickly as they had appeared. That location there is probably about 10 miles east of Denver International Airport.
I could tell Commander Smalley wanted answers, just as much as me. My next conversation was with Bill Bowerly. With his experience flying in and out of DIA, he'd have a unique point of view on what I'd learned.
What do you know about drones in defense? Like, as far as, like, if a drone would come into an airspace like at DIA?
I know of nothing there. Mm-hmm. The only thing I can tell you is, from my profession, the big area we had trouble was the corridor going into New York. We had a lot of near misses of airlines coming in on final approach, so many miles out, so they're down low. And drones want to go by the windshield. You know, and one of those going in an engine, even though it's only a couple pounds, can take that engine out. That engine can take out another part of the airplane, bring an airplane down. So I don't know what the defense mechanisms they've got for them. The rumor in some of the articles we had access to said the Israelis aircraft had basically transmitters around the airplane that put a bubble around it so that if anything got within a certain distance of that airplane, that transmitter would break the ground control of it. Great idea, but drones don't necessarily have to have somebody controlling them. They can be pre-programmed.
There was another scenario I wanted to run by Bill. Commander Smalley's deputy seemed sure the unknown aircraft he'd seen weren't tiny airplanes. But could they be? After all, they were seen near the third busiest airport in the world.
What's the percentage of people that actually saw something that was a drone and not an airplane or a satellite or a star or anything else? You know, it's tough. It's tough to say, yeah, that's one right there. That's why I don't trust my naked eye on it, because I've been fooled. I mean, flying into Europe, you're coming out at nighttime, the sun is coming up, which happens very fast. It goes from dark, all of a sudden you start getting light. You get the morning star, Venus pops up, first one up, and as it comes through the atmosphere, you're traveling east. It's traveling this way, and the rotation of the Earth makes sunrise happen extremely fast. I have won a lot of bets for who's going to buy the refreshments. I said, that is not an airplane, that's a planet, because it's sitting there blinking off and on. red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. Oh, it's Venus. It's moving through that atmosphere so fast, going upward, that it changes and it looks like it's blinking. I mean, first time I would have blinked. So relate that to this, and there's some of this as like explanations, and it's not a drone. But people, I think, tend to believe what they want to go out and believe.
Running a business, it's a lot, right? Orders to place, expenses to track, procurements to manage. It feels like there are never enough hours in the day. We could all use more time. That's where Amazon Business comes in. They offer smart buying solutions to help you make the most of yours, like Spend Visibility, a cloud-based system to track your buying patterns so you can optimize your savings, and bulk buying, so you can continue to save costs on select products with quantity discounts. Now that's smart. Amazon Business handles the heavy lifting, so you can finally focus on growing your business instead of drowning in admin. From customized recommendations to real-time spend tracking and delivery options tailored to your schedule, they've got your back every step of the way. Why not spend less time sweating the small stuff and more time crushing your goals, or maybe even sneaking in some well-earned downtime? Discover more about smart business buying at AmazonBusiness.com.
A Business Prime membership is required to access Spend Visibility.
This President's Day, upgrade the look of your home without breaking your budget. Save up to 50% site-wide on brand new window treatments now at Blinds.com. Blinds.com, the #1 online retailer of custom window treatments, is the better way to give your home the presidential treatment. Blinds.com makes it easy with free virtual consultations on your schedule and samples delivered directly to your door, fast and free. Choose from trending woven wood shades or upgrade to motorized. Blinds.com has everything and more, all with upfront pricing and no hidden fees. Need help with installation? Blinds.com can handle it for you. Or DIY with expert guidance from our design pros. With over 25 million windows covered and our 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can count on Blinds.com to deliver results you'll love. Shop Blinds.com's President's Day mega sale right now and save up to 50% site-wide, plus a free professional measure. Up to 50% off site-wide at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Wasn't that delicious?
So good.
Your bill, ladies?
I got it.
No,
I got it.
Seriously, I insist. I insisted first.
Oh, don't be silly.
You don't be silly.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No!
The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Chapter 8. Brush. When I finished talking with Bill, I checked the social media group Rod Miller and his crew were active on. There were now hundreds of people sharing candid observations about the sightings. Before I had time to go through the posts, FAA spokesman Ian Greger agreed to visit with me.
I bet you've just been totally swamped.
Yeah, pretty much.
In your investigation so far into what's been happening in Northeast Colorado, have any laws been broken?
Given that we don't have any real concrete evidence of what's been occurring, I do not want to speculate about anything to do with these reports. I don't want to weigh in on whether something does or does not, or could or could not comply with the regulations, because absent concrete reports, there's really nothing to base a determination on at this time. Sorry, I meant to say concrete evidence. I really don't want to speculate. I really don't want to speculate about whether something, whether a report of a certain activity would potentially comply or violate the regulations, because we just don't have any concrete evidence to base an assessment on at this time.
What confirmation and evidence have you seen that would suggest that these are in fact drones, or could they be something else?
Well, at this point we have reports. We don't have any concrete evidence. So, rather than try to speculate about what people might be seeing, I'll just say that at this point we don't know.
Ian told me he had no idea what was happening in the airspace the FAA regulates. Given the number of sightings, that was disturbing.
If we can see flocks of birds on weather radar, would you not be able to see what people are describing as 6 to 9 foot drones on radar?
Well, there's a couple of things at play here. First of all, if you're not near an airport, the purpose of radar is to look way up into the sky to track aircraft. If you are closer to an airport, radar does capture aircraft that are closer to the ground, but a small object such as a drone typically would not get picked up on regular radar.
There was a report out of Fort Morgan that a helicopter was flying Flight for Life and had a drone come within 100 feet of that aircraft. Would that constitute an FAA violation?
One of the key rules for drone operation is that you cannot interfere with the flight of any manned aircraft. In 2019, it's not uncommon for pilots to report drones in flight. We received about 2,150 drone sighting reports from pilots nationwide in 2019, and while we don't doubt the veracity of the reports we received, we're not able to validate them either.
What is your...
You know what? Hang on. God dang it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
While we don't doubt the veracity of the reports we receive, we're not unable... Oh boy. Try that one more time.
You're great. No problem.
While we don't doubt the veracity of the reports that we receive, we are unable to verify the vast majority of them.
As I listened to Ian, I couldn't help but feel as if he'd been briefed on what to say.
And I know and I understand there was an aircraft that went up and tried to gather some data based on these reports. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Going forward, we are not going to talk about any of the details of the initiatives that any of us undertake to try to get to the bottom of what's going on.
When Ian and I finished visiting, I was connected to Mickey Trost from the Colorado Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management to get her perspective on the ongoing investigation.
There was an airplane that went up last night to investigate. Can you tell me a little bit more about the plane and what exactly happened?
So the Colorado Department of Public Safety has several divisions. All of these divisions are supporting the efforts to identify what's happening with the drones in Northeast Colorado. So as part of that, we have technology and experts that are supporting the efforts. But because it's an investigation, I can't go into any of the specifics on that technology or what they're finding or how they're finding information at this point.
Mickey works as the Strategic Communications Director. At first, she wouldn't share many specifics. I pushed harder.
Is there anything that would suggest outside of the planes that these are in fact drones?
Last night, as part of joint operations, we were able to get, all of those calls from the local community, send folks out to identify them, and we did not identify any verified drones last night during any of the operations.
If Homeland Security couldn't verify these aircraft were drones, then what was everyone seeing?
We have analysts who pull together information from local, state, and federal partners and verify it, analyze it, and turn it into actionable intelligence for local law enforcement to work off of.
There are all these agencies that are involved with this. We're going on, I believe, week 4 now. How can those divisions in Colorado not be aware of something that could potentially be picked up on radar?
I would say that we are aware that something is happening. That isn't part of the discussion. What we are trying to do is work with all of the partners in this joint operation to identify what is happening. Is it truly drones? We've had several of the objects of the drones that have been reported that are simply commercial aircraft. Really, we have to either find one of the drone operators or be able to get something to absolutely verify what is happening in Colorado.
It seemed like there was confusion and many unanswered questions. I felt like these agencies should have a better handle on what was happening.
Do you feel as though this could be some type of government agency or foreign power controlling these drones?
I can't answer that. We haven't been able to identify at this point who it is, and our partners have shared that they are not involved in the activity. So that is what we currently are operating from.
Running a business, it's a lot, right? Orders to place, expenses to track, procurements to manage. It feels like there are never enough hours in the day. We could all use more time. That's where Amazon Business comes in. They offer smart buying solutions to help you make the most of yours, like Spend Visibility, a cloud-based system to track your buying patterns so you can optimize your savings, and bulk buying, so you can continue to save costs on select products with quantity discounts. Now that's smart. Amazon Business handles the heavy lifting, so you can finally focus on growing your business instead of drowning in admin. From customized recommendations to real-time spend tracking and delivery options tailored to your schedule, they've got your back every step of the way. Why not spend less time sweating the small stuff and more time crushing your goals, or maybe even sneaking in some well-earned downtime? Discover more about smart business buying at amazonbusiness.com.
A Business Prime membership is required to access spend visibility.
Wasn't that delicious? So good.
Your bill, ladies?
I got it. No, I got it. Seriously, I insist. I insisted first. Oh, don't be silly. You don't be silly.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No!
The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Upgrade the whole team at Lenovo.com. Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Powered by Intel Core Ultra processors. So you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device. Win the tech search for business PCs at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
I started hearing rumblings of a meeting that was set to take place in Brush, Colorado. Apparently, there were going to be representatives from at least 70 agencies, including the Air Force, FAA, and FBI, to discuss one topic: drones. I did everything I could to be there, but I wasn't allowed inside. The first piece of information to come out of the January 6th meeting was the following message posted to the Phillips County Sheriff's Office Facebook page.
A strategy meeting was held today in Brush, Colorado, with federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies regarding the drone issue. None of the agencies can confirm that the drones are malicious. A task force has been organized, and we are asking for your assistance. Specifically, we are looking for the command vehicle. We are looking for a closed box trailer with antennas or a large van that does not belong in the area. If you see anything that resembles this description, please call the Phillips County Sheriff's Office.
2 days later, on January 8th, a separate message was shared on the same page.
The information the Phillips County Sheriff's Office previously posted requesting the public's assistance in locating command vehicles associated with the drone issue is no longer pertinent or relevant. The Phillips County Sheriff's Office is not the task force, and our jurisdiction does not extend past Phillips County, Colorado. We will no longer be making any statements or press releases about the drone incidents. Thank you.
In the posted comments, many folks posed the same questions. Had someone told the Sheriff's Department to retract the post? I was able to get Commander Smalley to shed some light on the situation.
Were you at that FAA task force meeting in Brush?
Yes, I was.
What was your takeaway from that, and how did the whole task force help with the situation?
We had a big turnout. People were getting scared. I mean, there was a guy from FAA there that said that they had reports of shots fired at drones. There was, I guess, a report that there was one shot down in Nebraska. Somebody admitted to it, but later said he just wanted the attention on social media.
That sounds about right.
So that didn't pan out. Sheriff Elliott in Phillips County had a report, a couple of vans with a report of drones located at a gas station up there in Phillips County, had a Nebraska license plate. They've had reports of a van in Yuma County. The driver didn't want to make any eye contact with the cops. If I don't look at him, he won't see me.
This sounded like a scene straight out of the Jason Bourne films. Only thing missing was the Treadstone logo branded on the side of those vans.
Question came up, can they be controlled by a satellite? It's possible. They also talked about, could this be a government agency that's doing this? Well, obviously everybody's denying that. I mean, we had guys from the FBI there, FAA, Homeland Security. The FBI says they have no information that this is occurring.
With everyone at the meeting, something had to have been said about that special plane used to search for drones.
Colorado has what they call a multi-mission aircraft. They call it an MMA. And it's utilized a lot for wildfires, so they can go out and map that by air. We thought, this would be a good use for it. So they went out and flew this, I think, for 2 nights and come up with nothing. They can pinpoint a stray cat in the middle of a wildfire somewhere. Oddly enough, as our Air Force representative at this meeting didn't seem to be a bit concerned about them. So that's odd. So we have more questions than answers on here.
Have you had any follow-up from that task force meeting? Or did the FAA follow up, or did that kind of fizzle out?
Nope, this stopped, fizzled out, and we haven't heard another peep since.
Following the meeting in Brush, the Colorado Department of Public Safety released a report breaking down the mysterious drone sightings. It was presented in 2 main parts. The first focused on all the reports received in Colorado, and the second analyzed data gathered during a field investigation. The information was a bit confusing. I did my best to break it down. From November 23rd to January 13th, 2020, there were 90 drone reports. Of those, 14 were confirmed to be hobbyist drones, and none fit the description of large wingspan drones traveling in groups in eastern Colorado. When the Colorado Department of Public Safety conducted its field investigation from January 6th to January 13th, there were 23 drone reports. 13 of those were determined to be planets, stars, or small hobbyist drones. 6 were ruled as atmospheric conditions or airplanes. And 4 were confirmed to be sightings of something. But officials weren't able to figure out what witnesses saw. Stan Hilke, the executive director of the CDPS, was quoted as saying, "Despite all of the reported activity, we're still unaware of any crime being committed. While I can't conclusively say that we've solved the mystery, we have been able to rule out a lot of the activity that was causing concern." Math may not have been my strongest subject in school, but I could tell there were still a large number of reports from before the CDPS field operation that didn't appear to be analyzed, and that was just in Colorado. Groups of mysterious aircraft continued to be seen nightly, by hundreds, if not thousands of people through January 15th, 2020. While sightings decreased after that, many folks continued to see weird objects in the night sky. I wasn't able to assess what I didn't know, but going forward, I couldn't rely on government agencies I'd connected with to share transparent information related to the sightings. Whether I wanted to admit it or not, it was time for me to stop covering this mystery and begin actively investigating it. I owed it to my hometown to get answers, and I wasn't stopping until I had them. Coming up on Obscurum, Invasion of the Drones.
Is that gunshots?
He was saying there were the ones, that were doing this stuff. I was hoping to find out more from him, and then he just kind of disappeared.
He wrote, rather than going out at night to look up at the lights, look at the ground to see what these drones are hunting. We want to hear from you. If you have any information surrounding the events detailed in this podcast or other obscure stories in rural America we should look into, please visit our website at obscurumseries.com and send us an email. To connect with us on social media, you can follow at obscurum_series and at Gabe Lenners on all social platforms. Obscurum is produced by Imagine and Lenners Entertainment for iHeartMedia. This series is written, hosted, and produced by me, Gabe Lenners. It's executive produced by Ron Howard, Brian Grazer, Carl Welker, Nathan Clokey, Nikki Etour, and me. Additional production by Jacob Plew. Music and sound effects courtesy of Epidemic Sound. Brand management and digital design by Labyrinth Brand Co. Video editing by Alex Semikopenko. This project was mixed and mastered by Jacob Plew. Special thanks to Dan Bodansky, Josh Hiller, Keaton Stortz, Bryson Keyes, Ailey Birchfield, David Wasserman, Katrina Norvell, and my family. Obscurum, Invasion of the Drones is available on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Follow now.
Kroger brand products have the great taste you'll celebrate. That's why over 40 million people choose Kroger brand products, making them a true crowd pleaser. And with quality guaranteed, you'll love your choice or get your money back. Score Kroger brand products with savings you can cheer for and great taste you can't resist. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Do you own a business that's ready to thrive? It's time to let Intuit QuickBooks take things like unpaid invoices and tracking expenses off your plate so you can take things to the next level. Intuit QuickBooks is an all-in-one business platform that can help with those day-to-day tasks like invoicing and expenses. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money. Money movement services are provided by Intuit Payments, Inc., licensed as a money transmitter by the New York State Department of Financial Services.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Tired of restless nights? At Lisa, they know good sleep is essential for mental, physical, and emotional health. From memory foam mattresses to hybrids that keep you cool all night long, Lisa's mattresses offer exceptional comfort and support with free delivery and 100 nights to try out your mattress in the comfort of your home. Go to lisa.com today and get 20% off all mattresses and 2 free pillows. That's LEESA.com and use code IHEART for an extra $50 off your purchase. Remember, no matter who you are, there's a Lisa just for you.